My name's Lexi. I'm going to be speaking with you today. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And why are you here? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what kind of nutrition advice you need?
Sure. I'm a sophomore in college, and for the past 2 years, I've been gaining some weight. And I think it's the dramatic change in lifestyle, so I'd like to lose some of that weight and get back to the way I used to be.
Okay, you mentioned losing weight. That's a term that's usually negative, like losing that weight. And instead, why don't we focus on having a healthier lifestyle, and that would be a positive change, and doing things that'll promote a healthy living, and that way we won't be so focused on losing that weight. That'll just come with your healthy lifestyle. All right, can you go through your typical day and describe to me the kinds of foods you eat and how busy you are throughout the day?
Sure. I'm generally pretty busy. I wake up really early, and I have to commute to school. And I have class for a good portion of the day. I don't really have time for breakfast. So I have 2 big meals, lunch and dinner, to try to hold me over. I usually stay up pretty late doing homework, so I end up snacking, which I know is bad, but it's hard not to when you're really hungry.
Okay, and those 2 meals that you eat for lunch and dinner, can you describe what's usually on that plate?
I try to have a lot of carbs just to keep me full longer, so I usually have pastas and any kind of lasagna that dining hall's offering, bagels, whatever. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, whatever they have out, like hamburgers, just whatever's really there.
Okay, I'm going to show you the typical My Plate that is the recommendation for everyone and their meal patterns, and here it shows fruits, vegetables, grains, and proteins, and there's dairy on the side. Can you tell me how your meals compare to this chart?
It's mostly grains. Sometimes I'll have some chicken or turkey to try to have some protein in there, and milk, but I don't really get that many fruits and vegetables.
Okay, and for fruits and vegetables, do you not eat them because you don't like them or because they're not really readily available? Because I know you did mention that you liked having things that are easy.
Yeah, they're not really available at the dining halls, and sometimes I try to go to the stores and buy them, but it's kind of hard getting time to do that.
That's understandable. You're very busy. What kind of fruits and vegetables do you like?
I like strawberries. I had a cucumber, celery, carrots. I really like kale.
Yeah. And are those options at the dining hall usually, or do they not serve those kinds of foods?
Sometimes they have celery and carrots, but other than that, a lot of the fruit there is canned.
Okay, and you don't prefer to eat those things?
No.
Okay, so because fruits and vegetables aren't really an option for you, why don't we focus on the protein aspect of this chart and the dairy? You mentioned a lot of your foods are grains and carbohydrates, and I know that you aren't eating a lot, and those carbohydrates will fill you up, but not for an extended period of time. If we focus on that protein and we eat more of those lean meats like chicken and turkey that you were describing, that'll actually keep you full longer, and maybe it'll help you snack less at night, because I know that's an issue that you were having. Do you think that turkey and chicken are options that you'd be willing to eat or try to make time for when you're at the dining hall?
I think it's definitely something that I can try to make time for, but if I'm in a rush and I can't really wait online and just grab whatever's available, but I can try.
Okay, well that's something we'll look for and we'll try to improve on for this week. So we're going to add, how will we say it? We're going to add turkey or chicken or some kind of lean meat to your diet, at least 1 meal a day. Do you think that could work?
I think that's reasonable.
Okay, so let's write that down and we'll remember that for this whole week, okay? And you mentioned that you don't eat a breakfast, and is that because you're usually rushed in the mornings?
Yeah, if I knew something that I could eat quickly that wouldn't take up too much time to consume, I could probably have time for breakfast, but I feel like breakfast is kind of a meal that takes a long time.
Okay, it definitely doesn't have to be. There are different breakfast cereal bars that you could try, or you mentioned you like bagels. You could keep bagels, or I know those are something fast that you could grab. And if you add something like peanut butter on top of that bagel, do you like peanut butter? And that's something that has protein and will be a little bit more sustainable for you. And if you eat that earlier in the morning, you could actually have less of an appetite throughout the day and end up eating less. Is that something that you think would be reasonable for you to try, or you definitely think that in the mornings you're too rushed to?
A bagel is reasonable.
Okay, well that's definitely something you can try also. And can you tell me a little bit about your exercise patterns? Are you getting physical activity throughout the week?
Not really. I have to walk to class, but that's about as much physical activity as I get.
Okay, and the recommendations from the USDA are that each person get 30 to 60 minutes of exercise daily. Is that something that you'd be willing to change, or you think that you're way too busy to even fit exercise in your schedule?
I might be able to fit exercise on my schedule a few days a week,
Okay.
but some days I am just too busy to get anywhere to work out.
Okay, so do you think saying 1 to 2 days for this coming week that you could try getting 30 to 60 minutes of exercise in?
Yeah, I can try that out.
Okay, that's definitely something you can work on, and that'll definitely promote a healthy lifestyle and get you feeling a little bit better about that weight and that your situation. And can you tell me about drinks? Do you normally eat or drink a lot of soda or milk or anything throughout the day?
I usually have a soda with just every time I eat. It's just my go-to drink.
Okay, and how many sodas would you say you drink a day?
3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay, soda has a lot of extra calories and sugar. Do you drink normally regular sodas or diet?
Regular sodas.
Regular sodas? Okay, so you are drinking a lot of your calories in those sodas, which is something that we might want to avoid, but do you think you could change the amount of soda you're drinking, or that's definitely something you want to stay the same?
I think that's definitely something I can change.
Okay. What we've been talking about is adding proteins into a few of your meals. So at lunch and dinner, we're going to try to add at least chicken or turkey to one of those meals, because those are the 2 meats at the dining halls that you prefer, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to try to have you work out for 30 to 60 minutes. It doesn't even have to be a workout. It could be a walk around campus or anything like that for 30 to 60 minutes a day, and that's only 1 to 2 days for this week. And we're going to limit your soda to from 3 to 4 drinks to about 2 or 3 a day, and we'll see how that ends up for next week. Do those all sound reasonable?
Yeah, I think I can manage that.
Okay, I've written those down here, and we're going to have you sign just for you and for me, and this is just going to be a contract to kind of show the things we're looking at for you to do this week and for you to improve your health as an overall concept. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Okay, and it was very nice meeting with you. I look forward to our meeting next week. I'll see you later.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.